I'm Joe Johnson, as we launch into another edition of Beatle Brunch, a celebration of the greatest group in rock history, featuring the songs and stories of the Fab Four on stage, backstage, and in the studio. Plus, musician Tim Piper pipes in to take us through Paul's early songwriting. I'm Joe Johnson, and this is Beatle Brunch, celebrating Sir Paul. And now it's time to welcome once again our friend, musician Tim Piper, to give us a bit of a run-through on some of the songs written by Paul that you may not have been aware that he wrote. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Joe. Great to be back on Beatle Brunch, where you learn a bunch. The great Sir James Paul McCartney at 72. Unbelievable. A Gemini like myself. You know, Paul learned a lot from his father, Jim McCartney, who was a volunteer firefighter during World War II. He had his own jazz band called Jim Mack's Jazz Band in the 1920s, where he played piano and trumpet. Now, as you remember, Paul's mother died when he was only 14. She was a midwife. You know, I believe that one of Paul's earliest songwriting attempts might have been about his mother. It's called I Lost My Little Girl. Let me grab the guitar and show you.
Well, I woke up late this morning. My head was in a whirl. It was only then I realized I lost my little girl. Oh, 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 oh.
Ah, that's great.
Another early McCartney composition that they even played at the clubs in Hamburg ended up on the Sgt. Pepper album. You might remember this one.
When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greetings, bottle of wine. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Early in their career, John and Paul realized that songwriting could be very profitable, and they were writing for people like Billy J. Kramer and Tommy Quickly, Cilla Black. Well, Paul's girlfriend at the time was Jane Asher, and so for her brother Peter Asher, Peter and Gordon, he wrote this #1 hit.
Please lock me away and don't allow the day here inside where I hide with my loneliness. I don't care what they say, I won't stay in a world without love.
And even with all the success that they had, they still wrote for other artists. The young group, the Ivies, which became Badfinger.
Right.
Paul said, record this one just like I wrote it, and I guarantee it's going to be a #1.
If you want it, here it is, come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it anytime, I can give it, but you better hurry, 'cause it may not last.
Paul always had a keen eye for talent, and he discovered this young girl from Wales named Mary Hopkin and wrote a classic for her called Goodbye.
Please don't wake me up too late. Tomorrow comes and I will not be late. Late today when it becomes tomorrow, I will leave and go away. Goodbye, 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 my love, goodbye.
And Paul came full circle when he got to write a song for his idols, the Everly Brothers, On the Wings of a Nightingale. Sounded like this.
When I look, I get the feeling like I'm traveling through the sky. On the wings of a nightingale I'll fly. Over land and sea, I'll be thinking of you and me. Couldn't think of a better place to be. On the wings of a nightingale.
The fabulous Sir James Paul McCartney.
Happy birthday to Paul. Tim Piper, thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe, very much for letting me be on Beatle Brunch with you guys again. Always a pleasure. And if you're in the Los Angeles area, join us this August at the West Valley Playhouse for Just Imagine.
Thanks, Tim. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Brought to you by the Beatle Brunch Club. It's the place where Beatle fans get together to listen to the show on demand, with deluxe tracks not broadcast. Plus, go back in time and hear old Brown shows, Beatle Brunches from 20 years ago today and before. Join up for just pennies a day at brunchradio.com.